Hey guys, it's Elaine, the Ninja Life Coach, and welcome to my channel today. Today, we're going to look at how to style thrift store clothes. So sit back, grab yourselves a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Hey everybody, I'm back, and today's video is based on a suggestion that I had from one of you sweet subscribers, Louise. And Louise, I read your suggestion and I thought that was a great suggestion, so I'm going to be making some more like this. And her suggestion was, I would love it if you could buy a couple of items from a thrift store and see how you put them together as an outfit. Well, Louise, I actually have several items, and it just so happens that today, most everything I'm wearing was either thrifted or I've had it for 100 years. So we're going to talk about that today. And I'm going to give you a few tips on how to find clothes and what to look for when you go to the thrift store. The first thing is know your style. Know what style that suits you before you go into the thrift store and make a purchase. That is probably the most important thing when you do any type of clothing shopping. Don't buy something that doesn't suit you. I don't care if they're giving it away for free, unless you're going to take it and give it to somebody. Don't buy it because you're just wasting your money. You'll get it home and you won't like it. It won't fit in your wardrobe, or you're just not going to wear it. So it doesn't matter if it's 50 cents or if it's $50. Make sure that it's your style. The second thing is, when you're thrifting, is make sure the item is in good condition. Now that seems obvious, but you have to remember, we're not shopping off the rack. We're not going into Dillard's and grabbing something and throwing it in our cart. We're buying items that have been thrifted for a reason. We don't know what the reason is. Maybe there's a hole in it somewhere. Maybe there's a stain on it somewhere. Maybe it stinks. Maybe it's smelly. All these things you have to take into consideration. I know this is gross, but I do sniff things at the thrift store, just FYI, to see how it smells. Now, if it's not bad, I can normally, you can always use OxyClean and get the thing out of, get the smell out. But there are some things that they're going to smell, like a purse or pillows or something like that. If it smells, I'm not even going to fool with it. So think about all those things when you go in and look at an item. Look at it really carefully. If it's a knit like this one, make sure all the stitches and everything, make sure it's really knit together well. Now that can be fixed, but if it's in a really visible place like right here, you might want to pass on that item. But if it's around here at the edge, that's something that no one will ever notice, and it can easily be darned very, very easily. The third thing that you want to look at when you're going to the thrift store to thrift shop is thrift in places in your area that have good stuff. And think about what you're going to do with the item. If it's something that you're purchasing to wear yourself, I don't mind paying a few dollars more for that. But if it's something that I feel like, okay, I can resell this on Marketplace, which I don't ever do that, but I do have some friends that do. If it's something like that and you're looking for something like that, then you're probably going to want to go to like Goodwill or places like that to look for stuff. And you're going to have to do a lot more digging. The place that I normally thrift, and there's a local thrift store here, and it's really big in this area, and it's Knox Area Rescue Ministries. And they have, I don't know how many stores here. They have at least 3 really close in my area that I can go to. Now, most of their shirts and tops, which is mainly what I buy there, are, $9.99 or less. And when I say $9.99, people are like, oh, I would never pay that for thrift store prices. Well, you would if you were getting good brands like Talbot's or Chico's or something like that, which is what they have. There are ladies who donate to those that wear expensive brands and good clothing. So yeah, you might pay that if you actually saw what was there, and I honestly would rather pay $9.99 for a decent something that's going to last me for years than go to Walmart and buy a shirt for $9.99 that I'm going to throw away at the end of the season. So look for the quality stuff while you're there. Make sure that what you're buying is good quality, it feels good, you like the feel of the fabric, and be specific about what you're looking for. And if it doesn't meet the criteria, pass on it. Last thing when you're thrift shopping is you want to make sure if you're shopping at like a ministry store, I always like to make sure that that what their values are coincide with my values. Obviously, if I'm shopping at a store that's called First Thrift Store of Satan, I'm not going to shop there. But I do like to kind of know where I'm shopping if I'm shopping at a ministry place. The place that I shop tells us how many people that are fed with according to the dollar amount. For every couple of bucks that you spend, you're giving the ministry a meal. So I always like that, because if I spend like $18, they're going to say you provided 9 meals today, which I like that. That is affirming to me that I have spent my money in a good spot. So that's the last thing that I do. If that's not important to you, don't worry about it. But I always like to do that, and just kind of that, I don't know, it makes me feel like my money's going to a good spot. One more thing, I about forgot this. Set a budget when you go in. Don't just go in there and go wild. Set a budget. Now, what I do, if I see something that's over my budget, I will leave it. And if I'm still thinking about it the next day, then, or even 2 days later, I'm like, man, I wish I'd gotten that sweater. It was $15.99, but it was, it was a, a designer sweater, and I know that it sells for $250 online. I can't stop thinking about it. Go get the sweater. If it's not there, it wasn't meant to be. I actually did that with the canister set that I've got downstairs. I thought about it ever since I left the thrift store, and the first thing the next morning I told my sister, because she was here, and I said, we got to go back. We got to swing back by. I got to get that canister set. So we went back by, and I picked it up, and it was $19.99, which is way more than I normally would pay for something at the thrift store, but I really, really wanted it, so I got it. Let's talk about my outfit that is thrifted. Let me get back and let me stand up so you all can see what I have on today. Okay, y'all, today I am wearing a pair of jeans. Let me turn around so you can see. These are, as you can see, these are wide-legged jeans. So wide-legged jeans are really on trend right now, but I don't necessarily want to spend $40, $50, $60, $75 for the ones at the store. I don't even want to spend $20, because the ones that you see in the store, wide leg jeans may or may not be in style, in the fall. I bought these last year, and I bought 2 pair. These came from Walmart. I hardly ever shop at Walmart, but I was in there because there was something there that I couldn't wait on Amazon to deliver. And while I was walking through, I spotted these jeans. I bought 2 pair. I bought this pair and a lighter denim. These were marked down to $5 a piece, and I think it was a really good buy for these. I really like them. I like these. So look, when you're going shopping, look in the sales section in, regular stores. I don't normally buy new, but I did with these because they were cheap. And I figured there's enough fabric in the legs of these. If they go out of fashion, I can make something out of them. I can cut them up and make a purse or something out of them. So I figured they were still a good buy at $5 a piece. Now this sweater, I bought this thing at the thrift store, Knox Area Rescue Ministries. This sweater was $6.99. I looked at the brand. I had never heard of the brand, but I decided to go ahead and get it anyway because this is 100% cotton, and it's really, really heavy. It's a heavy cotton sweater, and it's exactly what I was looking for. The color is good. It's kind of a golden. It's not picking up as golden here in the camera as it actually is, but the color is really pretty, and I just liked it. I just fell in love. Now, I always have to roll my sleeves up a little bit, but I really like this. The thing I also like about it is if I want to take it and tuck it right here, and, you know, do the little, this kind of look, I can. It's short enough that I can do that. And you can see when you do that, it slenderizes the look just a little bit. Now, I'm going to be wearing it today, and I'm going to wear it just right like this because I want to be comfortable, and I don't want to worry about this thing being tucked in. But that is something that you can do. Now, I'm going to take this scarf off, but I'm going to talk about it before I take it off. This scarf I have had for probably 40 years. This scarf is a big square scarf, but it looks great if you just kind of wad it up and tie a knot in it and place it around your neck. But here's the sweater, and you can see it looks great just like this. And then I've got some little simple earrings and a little pair of booties with it. Now the booties, for a long time I bought most of my shoes at Bass. These are little booties that came from Bass. I don't know what's happened to Bass, but they don't have the stuff like they used to. So I got to find another place to buy my shoes. But the shoes are several years old, and the scarf is like 40 years old. Now here's another fashion tip, ladies, that, let me sit back down. Let me talk about this scarf a minute. So here's another fashion tip, ladies. If you have scarves, and if you maybe have some old scarves that belong to your mom, I have a video, and I will try to remember to link it down in the description box, on how to tie a scarf. Because scarf ties go in and out of fashion, the way you tie your scarf, you know, about every season. But there are a few really basic things that you can do with a scarf that really elevates an outfit. And people ask me all the time, Elaine, are scarves in style? Scarves never go out of style. But I don't care what the fashion police tell you, scarves are always in style. If you don't wear them on your person, you can put them around the straps of your purse. You can do all kinds of fun things with them. You can tie them around your wrist. You can find a way to use that scarf. Wear it as a bracelet. You know, wind it around some of your chains, some of your thick chains, and wear it as a bracelet or a necklace. You can do all kinds of things. Use it as a head wrap. I do that a lot when I'm wearing my wigs, especially when I wear my cheaper wigs. I will use a head wrap. And if you look at some of my earlier videos, you can see that almost all of the time when I'm doing a wig review, you can say, you know, put a head wrap on it, because you can. You can always do that. It'll elevate the wig. But I just love this scarf. This scarf has seen better days. I've worn it a lot. It's really colorful. And you could wear something a little more muted with this. It's got these little dangly beads on the end of it. I have just always kept it. I probably have, and I am not kidding when I say this. This is a true statement. I probably have 75 scarves. Conservatively, I may have 100, because I've never gotten rid of one. Because I learned early on, being in the fashion industry when I was younger, they just recycle them. They're just, you know, this one may be on trend this season. Square scarf may be on trend this season. Next season it'll be an oblong. Next season it'll be the bulky one. Next season it'll be the infinity scarf. And next season it'll be this or that. The only thing I would advise people that I think is probably safe to get rid of as a scarf is probably your infinity scarves. If you have any, I still have mine, but you know, I'm a scarf hoarder, so what can I say? But if you still have any infinity scarves and they're just taking up room in your closet, it's probably safe to go ahead and get rid of them. Those haven't been on trend for a couple of seasons, but they may make a comeback, y'all. I mean, I'm just saying. But that's kind of how I style my thrifted stuff. I may be doing videos like this from time to time of showing you thrifted outfits and stuff, because I have a bunch of stuff that I have bought at the thrift store, and you can incorporate that into your wardrobe. There are certain, now having said all this, there are certain things I just do not buy at the thrift store. Here are some things that I absolutely would not buy at a thrift store. I wouldn't buy underwear. I would not buy a mattress. Okay, I wouldn't buy cosmetics. Those are things I wouldn't buy at the thrift store. I wouldn't necessarily buy perfume at the thrift store either. I wouldn't buy anything like that. Now, if you've done that and you've had good success with it, go for it. Those are just things that I'm kind of picky about. Now, having said that, I do buy throw pillows all the time at the thrift store because, you know, I bring them home and I'll put them in the dryer and fluff them up a little bit, and then I'll use my steamer on them, and that's pretty much going to take care of any germs that you have. It's kind of funny that I use my same steamer that I use on my wigs on my thrift store throw pillows, but steam will pretty well kill anything. And I even steam the clothes that I get at the thrift store before I wash them, or even after I wash them. But, you know, folks, I want to do a video on the pollutants in the fashion industry. And that's one reason why I decided to migrate away from the fashion industry was because of the pollutants. They are the second polluter on the planet, is the fashion industry. And I would love to do a video that, you know, tells you why that is. And I'm going to probably do that in the future. But I'll be doing more of these videos with what I purchase at the thrift store, and I might do a thrift along with me if they will let me film in there. Some of the thrift stores around here are kind of funny. I had to have permission back a couple of years ago when I did a thrift store fashion show. So, you know, and the guy that I knew that worked there, that was the assistant manager, he's not there anymore. So I don't know if I could get permission to do something like that, but I sure would like to do another one. But anyway, guys, I hope you all have a great day. Thank you all for listening to me. If you all are still here, God bless you. Check out my description box. Everything I do is down there in the description box. I actually have a new journal that I released on Amazon. It's called One Brave Woman, a journal. It's a blank journal. There's nothing in there, but I'm very passionate about people journaling and writing their thoughts down because it gets it out of your head and on paper, and it gives you something tangible to look at. So I'll drop a link to that down in the description box so y'all can take a look at it. That has been a journey for me to learn how to use that Kindle Direct Publishing. So if you want to take a look at that, I'll drop a link. Listen, guys, I hope you all have a great day. God bless you all. I love you guys.